Now, in the last few episodes, we did go over skins, backlinks, pickaxes, gliders, and contrails. So now I'm going to show you these right here. Now, that's not what this is going to be based around. But I am showing you that I do have these right here from the Festival Pass. Now let's go on to the part that everybody was waiting for here. Let's be real here. The emotes. I'm gonna go through the emotes first, then I'll go through the emojis, sprays, toys, but probably not all in this episode though. Well, who knows? I'll have to see. So all the way up here. If you guys are wondering, by the way, I have 690 emotes as of right now. There's like a little bit more than 700, I believe, and that's not including the built-in emotes. I have every DC emote right here. I don't have Starfire's full set. I want her to return, but they aren't going to bring her back for at least for a long time, at least. Teth's Throne. I do want Black Adam, but we already know why he probably isn't going to return for a while. Bat Signal. Gotta love it. Martial Arts Master. Evasive Maneuvers. Yeah, and you're not going to hear this because it is copyrighted, but we got the Distraction Dance. I am a little bit curious, like, as far as we know, the Epic has done this lots of times where it's like, they don't need a reason to, like, bring back collabs and all that stuff. Oh, I do want the Catwoman comic book outfit. They don't need a reason to bring back collabs always, so my question to you is, like, why don't we see stuff like Among Us return anymore? Because it's like, as far as we know, we don't need a reason for it to return. It can just kind of return. I love these little emotes, by the way. One thing I did remember a friend telling me, when it comes to like the creator icon skins, pretty much, I think like they said that Loser Fruit actually said this before, that they don't get that the people like Cypher PK, Ninja, all these people, like these content creators who have icon skins, they don't get to determine when their skins return to the item shop. Epic gets to determine that. I am a little bit curious, which as far as I know, that probably doesn't apply to like people, to like famous celebrities, like for example like Travis Scott or something like that, which I don't know if that's always the case though. I am curious if it does apply for all people who have icon skins, like if can Epic bring back Travis Scott, or do they have to ask his permission? Not sure. I'd imagine they have to ask for his permission. I have an icon emo right there. Alright, but I imagine so they gotta ask his permission. But then again, why is it to where they don't have to ask for people like Ninja's permission to release their skins? I'm not sure why. Probably because Epic, I guess they kind of like, I guess they are, kind of working with Fortnite because, well, they do have codes and all that stuff. And yeah, I have so many icon emotes, by the way. I'm so cool. I'm the best person ever. Now I'm playing. Out of all the icon emotes, the only one that I don't own is Stuck, because Epic doesn't really want to release that one. I think we already have our own reasons as to why they probably don't bring back Stuck. I do know this though. If you guys don't know, I believe in a like somewhere last month, I believe. Somewhere last month, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was somewhere last month. They actually, I believe this is around the time Eminem was in the shop. They actually did have the Pokey emote in the shop. And guess what? Pokimane is in a controversy, kind of, because of the little, cookie thing. It's a little bit older news now, but, like, it was kind of bigger, like, a little bit more than, like, a month ago. But yet, they still brought back her emote. So this goes to show right here that, like, they don't really, like, just because it's in a controversy doesn't mean that they are not allowed to bring it back. They can still bring it back out. As to why they don't, as to why they are able to, like, bring back Pokey, but they didn't bring back Stuck, not sure. But then again, I probably sound dumb for all I know. Never gonna, by the way. The fact that it was one of the first of many emotes, that blew a lot of people's minds and all that stuff. Onda. I love the real Slim Shady. I did hear I remember hearing leaks that, like, how do I explain this, I remember hearing leaks that, like, that, like, the Eminem stuff was gonna return, but it did not the emote, though. Which, I'm not sure if that's true or not. I'm hoping they do bring back the emote. Something else I also remembered, I think I saw this in like a TikTok comment or something like that. Somebody said like, okay, so actually I'll explain it like this. You guys know the wanna see me emote? I'll have to get to it soon. Um, I'll just show y'all like this really quickly, this one. You wanna see me do my dance? And then he does a little gun thing right there. Here it is right there. I heard somebody say that like they don't bring him back because because he has like a gun related thing in his emote, like an actual gunshot sound or something. Which I find that to be kind of a dumb reason if that's the actual reason why they don't release it. I did hear that like Sada Baby, the guy who did make the song, is in a controversy or something like that, I remember. But let's ignore that for now. Let's say the actual reason they don't bring it back is because it has a gunshot sound. Let's say Cabby LeMay was an item shop skin, and this was, and of course this is Zemo right there. Do you guys think they would have not brought him back just because of that? Just because his emote has like a gunshot sound? I kind of doubt it. Which I kind of find, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure where some of these people get some of this stuff from, though. I do find it interesting to hear and all that stuff. It's interesting to hear. Cypher Strut. I do like to talk about about cosmetics. That's just me though. The Macarena. The Boyo dance. I do know this is an actual TikTok dance, but like they didn't use the actual music and all that stuff. I remember with like you guys remember when they first introduced Ninja Style? Like this was way before. This was a little bit before they really introduced Never Gonna. Like actually having the song like from Rick Astley. I'm curious now, like, as to why every once in a while they have, like, an icon emote where it's, like, it's based off of a dance, but they couldn't get the music there. Maybe the person, like, didn't want their music in the game. Who knows? Marvel emotes right here. Not sure why it always does this, where it just makes me look at his butt. Not sure why. Arm the pumpkin. There we go. You guys know the effect that this has on like Spider-Gwen? I'm a little bit curious why it doesn't have this effect on like Miles and all that stuff, or Miguel. That would have been a cool detail. I do know this emote is slightly different if you use it on Patrick Mahomes. You'll hear like an audience cheer or something. The Marvel stuff. I have every Marvel emote right here. When it comes to the series stuff, like I said, like just when it comes to these emotes right up here, I have all of them, just except for Stuck. Besides that, it's all here. With these miscellaneous rarity emotes, there's still some emotes that are like a purple rarity that I'm missing, a blue rarity, green rarity. Some I'll never be able to get, which is kind of sad, but it's okay. Snap. This is actually the first ever emote where it's like it was originally a green rarity. As far as I know, it technically wasn't a collab and all that stuff. Like, yes, it was released around the time of Thanos, but it wasn't like a part of his set. They didn't advertise it as like oh, this is meant for Thanos or something like that. But like but they kind of did have an idea of what they were doing because it was like the snap with the left hand and all that stuff. Now it's a full-on collab emote. Which, imagine that, by the way. Imagine like, how to explain this? What's an emote I can use as an example? Imagine Cheer Up, for example. This isn't a collab emote technically, but imagine if they made it to where like we have like some cheerleader collab or something like that. Now it's only exclusive to them now or something like that. And they're the only, and these are the and like I don't know, they can only determine when it comes back or something. I don't like that is all. Epic it made this emote before the whatever collab and all that stuff. They should bring it back if they want to. But that's just what I think. Got a few more little emotes. Of course I have all the little emotes. I myself am a sucker. Oh, hey chocolate, okay. I myself am a sucker for for the little emotes, of course. Llama Bell. One thing I do want to point out, I believe Phone It In, from what I've been told, it was in a lawsuit before, and it wasn't sold in it for a while, and then and Epic won the lawsuit, and here they are still selling it still. They still sell it. They even sold it recently. What I'm curious about is, as far as I know, they won the lawsuit with stuff like Fresh and, what else, So if that's the case, why don't they release them? They can do it with Phone It In. But not with those emotes for some reason. Signature shuffle, been wanting this for a while. I know my dude Chris in the comments doesn't have it still. I'm hoping you get it, buddy. Smooth moves. Spring a spring. Squat kick. Star power. Who wants to take a guess on how to say this? Because I do say it every single time it's in shop. Nobody know how to say it? Que no panda el cúnico. There you go. You can't see me. Alright, this is fine. The fact that this is an emote, gotta love it. Air Shredder. Okay, backstroke, balance board. Some of the emotes that I can think of at the top of my head, I think I'm only missing 10 emotes that can technically return to the shop. But like, there's some circumstances that have to happen to make it to where they can return. So there's Pop Lock, and Vivacious. Okay, let me actually look at this list right here, actually, because I do have like a little list on the Fortnite.gg website. I have a little list right here. So what? Okay, what do I not own? So I don't own. Okay, Pop Lock, Vivacious, Buckle Up, Flux, Glyphic. It's Complicated, Well-Rounded, and Zombie Shambles. Now, the ones that can probably only return in certain circumstances and all that stuff are, Stuck, maybe, and the, Raise the Cup. The only way I can think of Raise the Cup returning is if Liverpool, like, wins some league or some shit like that. But who knows, though? It didn't have, like, the limited time tag when it was in shop. It had the, new tag, I believe, so, yeah, and this was, like, before we had the new item shop and all that. So I'm hoping they do bring it back, though, eventually. I do like it. It's a pretty cool one. Culture Festival Dance. Cursed Energy. One thing I do know about the Raise the Cup emote, I believe before it was released in the shop, you're able to get it for free from the cup. Then literally, like, the day after, it was like, the cup finished. Now you can just get it for, like, from the shop. Which I think is cool, which I think is interesting, I guess. Diamond Throne. Do you guys like this, or, the Teth's Throne? Who knows? I do want more of these sitting down emotes. Just like the Lil emotes, I'm a sucker for these sitting down emotes. And I know a lot of other people are too. Drum Major. Michael Jackson right here. Alright. Extraterrestrial, Empress Fan Dance. One of the most sus emotes, Eagle. Alright. Fang Dance. Whenever I think of the emote Fandangle, I think of Fandango. You know, like that one third-party ticketing service, I think it was. I think that's what it was. Yeah, that's what Fandango is. Fishy Flourish, Foil Flex. I would love a synced emote where it's like you have like the fencing sword and it's like you're kind of like dueling, like how you know, like I guess, like, you know, you're then fighting somebody else, like fencing and all that stuff. That would be a cool emote. Fusion, ha. Good guy. We need an emote called Bad Guy now. I'm playing. That'd probably be like a Billie Eilish thing or something, because I do know that's a song of hers. Half cold, half hot. I do love some of these emotes where it's like they do have a function where it's like you know, like it actually changes your pickaxe or something like that. Or maybe like the bulletproof emote with John Wick, where it temporarily gives him the like gets the bullets off of him. I wish how that worked was like I explain this. Okay, I'll get to this. Okay, first of all, the Infinite Dab first ever item shop emote I ever bought, so I love it. Hootenanny. What was I saying now? What was I saying now? I don't remember. I'll talk about this emote right here. I believe the last time we saw the Hootenanny was in Tabor Hill's Locker Bundle. Yeah, so that was the last time we saw it, which was like in last year. I'm not sure why they don't put it in the shop themselves. One thing I do know for sure, I believe when it was in shop though, for some reason it was showing the silhouette of Vivacious And when Vivacious was in the shop like a year ago for the Vaulted a year or more, it was showing the silhouette of Hootenanny for some reason. I'm not sure why like it's doing that, where it's like it's switching like the silhouettes and all that stuff. I believe what was I gonna say? Chris, you gave me this one, right? Or was it the jitterbug? I don't remember. Laugh it up. Stay gone, laugh it up. Nobody wants you back. And also, excuse me, like, because I was talking this entire time, sorry if I'm not able to say your name if you gifted me something. If you did give me something, please comment down below what it is you gave me and all that stuff. And if you do, I'll probably like say like I'm a thank you or whatever. And I'll have a pretty good idea of who gave it to me and all that stuff. I'll know for sure. So don't even try to lie, being like, I actually give you this, I actually gave you that. No, don't try to lie. Nanner ringer, gotta love it. Okay, then the Tabor Hill one, old school. I remember before, like a few years ago, before Tabor Hill got his own locker bundle, he did say, he was gonna have something else as his locker bundle, and then, you think this is what we got like for his actual locker bundle? Like if old school wasn't, I'm not sure how some people determine what to put in their locker bundles. I do find it interesting when they whatever it is they choose to put in their locker bundles. What else was I gonna say now? Also another thing I also just remembered, by the way, that's also an emote, the pick it up emote. That was just only last seen in I Talk Fortnite's locker bundle, which I'm a little bit curious about. Why aren't they bringing it back though? Why don't they bring it back, pick it up even after that though? Usually, like whenever something comes back in a locker bundle, that that hasn't came back in a long time. Like for example, the ballet emote, it came back in a locker bundle. Then they just bring it back all the time now. Kind of, at least. At least they did before like we had the new Lego mode. What else was I gonna say now? Something else I was also thinking about, though, I mentioned Tabor Hill and I Talk Fortnite's locker bundle. I believe when locker bundles first came out in Chapter 2, Season 4, Season 5, the first 3 people at the top of my head that I know got a locker bundle are Nick A30, Benji Fishy, and Pizzo, which out of those 3, Pizzo is a lot smaller and all that stuff compared to those people. I think at that time, I Talk Fortnite had more subs than him. Tabor Hill definitely had more subs than him. So I'm actually curious, why did Pizzo get a locker bundle first? And then a few years later, I Talk Fortnite and Tabor Hill finally got a locker bundle. Well, I see like most of these people, like there are like a lot of other big names that like that could be getting a locker bundle, but for some reason, smaller people. I'm not saying some of these people don't deserve it. It's more of like how do I explain this? Imagine, like, say, giving me an icon skin rather than someone like Ninja, and then like 5 years later, then Ninja gets a locker, an icon skin. It's kind of, I guess that's the best way I can explain it. They'd want it. You think they'd want to like give you like you can get like give some of this stuff to like the people who I guess really do promote their game a lot better than a lot of other people, I guess. Autograph, please. Oh snap. Oh snap. Oh snap. I am glad that John Wick finally returned and all that stuff. I love the I love his emotes. I am a little bit curious why Sophia didn't return though. I'm not sure why. And I'm not sure why the emotes weren't a part of John Wick's bundle. Buckets. Alright, burpee. There we go, right there. Burn bright. Bully. I feel like this emote could have been done so much better. We've seen instances where it's like I believe let's take the skin Bigfoot and the emote Sasquatching, I should say. They're not a part of the same set, but I believe the Sasquatching emote has something unique to it if you do it as the Bigfoot skin. I'm not sure why they couldn't do this with some other skins. Like for example, let's say you do the emote Bully with the skin Beast Boy, make it to where he actually changes into a... And if not that, at least make the Bully emote where it's traversal. I don't see a lot of other people using it. I don't even use it too much, if I'm being honest. Fan fervor. I think it's like say facepalm. Eureka! Egg drop scoop. Dunk on him. Doze dab. I actually am even though the dab isn't that popular as it was back in the day, I wouldn't mind seeing more dab emotes personally. I do kind of like them. I think they're alright. And I do also want more emotes that are like, I guess, related to like everyday actions or something like that, like working out or something. But that's just me. Go, go, go. The discount, boneless. Gentleman's dab. Full googly. Fortnited. Imagine an emote like this, the focused emote, except instead of texting and walking, you're like maybe like you're actually taking a phone call and you have it up to your ear or something. But they don't want to do that for some reason. Hang on. Hero analysis. I think this emote right here is better than the heart sign emote. Heart attach. Love it. At first, like, I think, like, so you guys know the Heart of a King emote from, the Kid Leroy skin? I don't know why, but that's just, like, when I saw the Heart Attach emote, that was the first thing that came to my mind for me, at least. Anyways, the I Ain't Afraid. Not sure why they don't bring back Ghostbusters. Are they a little bit more strict with their stuff? Has Epic just not wanted to bring it back out? Who knows? I'm not sure how it is with some of these companies, if they're a little bit more strict. Something else I actually want to point out, by the way, you guys know, like, on Epic social media, like, like their, like Instagram or TikToks, they do use, like, some of these emotes, like, it's you and all that stuff, like, I'm bringing this up because you'll notice this, by the way, whenever they're doing skits, you never, ever see them doing a collab emote. As far as I know, the It's You emote, despite it being based off of the Spider-Man meme, it's a meme, so it's not, I wouldn't consider it a collab and all that stuff. So but if you want to consider it a collab emote, you can. But besides that, they don't really use collab emotes in like their skits and all that stuff. Like unless, like, for example, like unless they're making a video based around Black Adam, then like yeah, if they have like a video based around the Black Adam skin, yeah, they'll use his emote, but they'll then never use it again on any other skin. I'm not sure why that is. On like why they can't use some of these like copyrighted emotes and all that stuff. Like I know, like, if I were to like make skits and all that stuff, I can do that. I wouldn't get into any trouble. But with Epic, I don't know. Respect that. Well, yeah, this didn't even look like it's a collab emote, but it's from the Dune stuff. Epic probably could use that for skits or something like that on their social media, but they don't for some reason. Shuriken Spinner, I gotta love it. Sharpshooter. Remember with the Ali OG locker bundle? Like, it had that silhouette rather than, like, the finger guns. I'd imagine that was a mistake on their part, because it does look similar. If you weren't looking at the name of the emote and all that, and I just show you the silhouette, you probably would have assumed that or something like that, that was finger guns. Alright, Sparkler. Thanks, Famous, for giving this to me a while back. Again, sorry if I don't say your name and all that stuff. If you gave me something, comment down below what you gave me. Alright, Stake Your Claim. Will that emote ever return? I think it can return. Nothing legally is stopping Epic. I'm pretty sure it's just not returning because, well, it's not the best emote because you can only use it when you win. And I'm not sure too many people who are like, no, I love emotes that are like, I can't use it anywhere I want to despite me spending my money on them. Imagine the emote scenario being like that. Spending $1,000 on a phone, only for you to be limited on when you can use, like, literally a part of the set. I paid for this stuff. I should be able to use it whenever I want. I'm hoping that, like, Epic has learned their mistake from, like, Stake to do these kinds of emotes again. I remember that people were so worried with the Black Adam emote that it was going to be like the Doctor Doom one where you can only use it when you win. Glad that it's not like that. Also, the Update Journal emote. Something I'm a little bit curious about, though. I always ask this, though. So this is an Uncharted-related emote. I'd imagine they made that into an emote because, first of all, they thought it'd be better than not having an emote, and secondly, they probably couldn't think of anything else to make for an emote for it. My question is, let's say we never had a collab with Uncharted. Would we have still gotten an emote like this like would this emote even exist? An emote where you're just writing down a journal on a journal, but it's not related to Uncharted. Who knows? Anyways, now out of all the emotes, of course, that you see here, like I said, 690. Out of all of these, my favorite has to be, of course, the first ever one and my favorite one, the Infinite Dab. Jubilation I have right here because it's the second ever emote I've ever gotten. Where is it? Okay, yeah, boneless right here. I have been wanting it for a while, ever since, like, it first came out in Season 4. I got it when the Dante and Rosa stuff came back. Okay. Ninja Style, I love this emote, of course. Laugh it up. People are toxic, so I gotta fight against them. Tai Chi, this one, I really do like it, though. It fits my dude Drift and all that. I remember getting it when it first came out. It was decently rare for a bit, I think. At least in Chapter 1. At least it would only came out once, then never came back until, like, Season 7, I think. But, it's no big deal. But yeah, that's pretty much the emotes, of course. And then I'll be recording the next part soon. See you around.